Sand, cactus, oil, cattle, and antique cars. Lots of antique cars. Got a bit of online auction action happening today. This is the Great Mopar Hoard down near Amarillo, Texas. They've got, several hundred at least. There's other people that have done walk-arounds of the place and put them on other YouTube channels. Obviously, we're up in Kansas, so we'll just kind of bid and see what we get. Probably be different if there were only, 20, 30, 40 cars, but with there being several hundred like that, we're kind of banking a bit on the chance that there's probably going to be a few cheap ones that sneak away, possibly later in the auction. This has got timed endings, and so probably take as long to sit here and bid online as it would on a auction that was live for that many vehicles, I would imagine. But we'll see what happens. Never a mandate to buy vehicles, but kind of fun to look and try, I guess. 55 Plymouth is kind of the first one we got our eye on here.
And on the highway, the revs drop down and you're saving gas, but it's kind of cool. The overdrive logo is still on the trunk. Speaking of trunk, this one has its trunk and hood. It looks to be very complete. The overdrive lever on the left-hand side of the dash, but 55, first year for the available V8 in a Plymouth. This one's not. It's flathead 6, but it really is the beginning of the 20th century, as it were, for Plymouth. 1955, so many updates and so much modification.
Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, just leave it at the max and let it hang.
They have multiple purposes. You can restore them, or you can use them as parts cars. Could be either one of both, whatever you need. You know, it'd be there's multiple.
Oh man! Oh man!
Use one as a restoration car, and then one or two of them as the parts car. So get in there and bid to your heart's content.
We own a Plymouth.
Serious? Well, all right.
That thing only sold for $100 over what the rusty incomplete one. Yeah.
Look at that, how good that the body is.
Yeah. Unleash the buffer. See, that one would be easy to buff because it's got all the flat expanses.
There's a crease there. There's one piece of trim there. It's ratty, but it's clean it up.
Those old cloth seats, you just pretty much figure on reupholstering them.
Well, I mean, repadding it and everything. But
cool.
I believe it was, and it has been sold.
Of course it has.
Number 40 now. On number 40 to 55, another pickup.
May or may not still turn, but.
95 gear model. Last one we saw was a V6 automatic. This is the base model with a little four-cylinder, I believe a 2.5.
you know, they're going bang that way.
Yeah, it's gonna go over.
With being a Hemi.
The tail, the trunk, the nose, all those things are very easily transferred to a two-door or four-door or a wagon, convertible. There we go. And the V8 logo on the front fender, first year for this Hemi. This one here, 53 first year for Hemi. But anyway, V8 power here, automatic transmission.
53 was the first year of the Hemi?
I think that's right.
According to Steve, it is.
No, I thought I'd seen 51 or 52 Imperial that had one. I'm almost sure it was one or two.
Isn't it amazing over the years how things change? What's going to happen 50 years from now? Yeah, you got to wonder, a car that you think to put in the drive, perhaps. It'll read your mind. Who knows? Right. This car's only bringing $750.
Oh boy.
Stop.
Like some bumpers are on it, the hood's on it.
Joe's got his first Hemi.
Yeah.
That has been sold. Now we're going to go to lot number 72, the Imperial Sedan. This also a parts car, I believe, Steve.
The one thing about the live
So it's one of those things where you sort of have to, if you
preview is that then you'd be able to see if they turned or not,
Yeah.
which a Hemi is a valuable and unique enough engine that even if it doesn't turn, guys will still...
Yeah. Man, this one's tempting too.
Yeah.
This is a Hemi.
grab for whatever reasons, but it's all here, as are most of the cars in this stash. They're unmolested, so the good news is they're pretty much complete. So if you bought this, you're not hunting down those little bits and pieces that quite often are the difference between parting a car out.
Why didn't I show a picture of the engine?
Right here, so you could restore this if you chose to, despite the fact it's four-door. Yep, just had another bid on that automobile, bringing $625 on the Imperial Chrysler 53 model.
62 Shorty Lancer wagon.
Yeah, a weekend away from driving it around.
Oh boy.
That's exactly right. Current bidders in Kansas for $600.
Darn right.
I bet they spent more than $600 cutting it in welding it. Sure, that much.
I bet they did not. Your time is free. And Sawzall blades are not that expensive.
I just can't imagine getting that done for $600. Here we are, well, we're $650 now. That's still
Oh my goodness.
price on this specialty one-all chopped wagon.
Oh my gosh, we got the chopped wagon.
I don't believe it.
Oh man. Here, we just got this thing.
This is the most awful vehicle I've ever owned.
Look at that thing.
Truly terrible car.
It's nice and short. We could just set it on top of one of the other cars that we get.
Sure, yeah. It's like the prototype test mule for the Gremlin.
With lots of extra character lines.
Yeah.
And disjointed lines.
Like, is this a workable concept for a car? 69. No way, 9,500?
No way.
Somebody's cat sat on their computer.
There's probably two cats sitting on two different people's computers, if that's the case.
Wow.
Hold on. The original 440 and the torque plate.
This one has the 15x7 slotted wheels, six slots in those, similar to a Chevy Rally wheel, but not. Different bolt pattern. Of course, Chevy Rallies have 5 slots. The coffin wheels have 6. And of course, the bolt pattern's going to be 5 on 4.5, not the 5.
It's a $2,000 car with a $6,000 story.
I was about to say, the story is pretty expensive. Ooh, there's a seat sitting out in my garage. Tim, you need to film here.
Camera is rolling.
This is cool.
Yep, let's walk around and get a plan. Yes. I think this is 57. I think yours is 58. And somehow in 57 they were able to sneak in the dual headlights, or else that's a later end of the year car. Wow, check out this thing.
What? Oh, that's cool. They
Wow.
built a frame to put an Oliver.
There's 2 of them. Man, it's already a flower bed with the tumbleweeds.
That's pretty cool. That is cool.
Wow. There is a street sweeper, I can't remember the name of it, that they kind of built around a tractor. Started with an A. Got the gallery of shooting cars. I don't even remember the Grand Prix on the sale bill. Cars totally destroyed. The shooting olds. Other people have already shot around a lot of these cars individually, so take a look. I think the auction company had their video, and then Classic Ride Society. So I'm not gonna get too crazy about walking around each car individually. A lot of super neat stuff out here. He went and got these vehicles from all over California and found the Plymouth. Cool. Yeah, we'll have to go cob a set of wheels out of the pile by the barn. Huh. Low on lugs.
There's a few spots up over here. We should take that hatch or the glass and hold it up. Ooh, that one has a hump there.
Oh, the one that we got is probably like a 57 to 60 something.
Is there one down here?
Oh, I'm sure there's a few, yeah. It's a Chrysler that... some reason I thought this car was wrecked, but I wonder if that rusty spring in there just buckled the back of the car. Other channels, like I was saying, the auction company and the Classic Ride Society, and probably others, have filmed around a lot of these individually. So I'll just kind of give a quick overview of what's here. What's up?
Let's get a game plan together.
Okay.
This is one of the 53s I got here.
This 4-door?
I think so.
I thought they were all 2-doors.
What number is it?
This was the high drive
Yeah,
automatic, wasn't it?
This is a 415.
Oh, it is OD.
It's overdrive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this will be a parked one, huh?
Yep.
some lug nuts for my 55 Dodge.
Oh yeah, we'll part it out for trannies in it, so that's good. We'll get the overdrive cable.
This is the other one here. Okay, this is a 4-door too.
Oh. Oh, these were the very last two
Yeah,
that
these are the last two.
sold. You pop the wheels off this to put on the 55.
Booyah, shabooyah. Oh yeah, this one have the, here's the excellent molded.
Yep.
Grandma hit something. Yeah, see, all we have to do is just push it up against the tree up on its side. Check out the overdrive.
So it was the two-door that was missing the front
Yeah.
clip.
Okay, 264 and 255 are over here. So we'll just park these. We're not going to worry about hauling them home. We'll just cut off the
Okay.
clips.
Okay.
Take off the overdrive and any parts that we think. Although, I wonder what it would be like to just cut it across.
Cut the...
Is it
Oh,
side?
to cut the half of it?
No. Just cut the side.
Oh. Alright, it's a lot of work. You got to take out everything that'll burn.
Yeah, it's not as easy as just chopping off.
Yeah. And then you got it. Yeah, it takes
Okay.
a good bit of time.
Let's go over here and look at that.
Although if you went through the pillars and went across the floor, that would be way faster than if you went through here. Then you'd have you could do that in 10 minutes, 20 minutes versus pulling a tranny apart and doing all your clip work.
See. Yeah, but
Just depends how short the wagon is and how.
Yeah. Your land yacht over here.
Yeah.
With a tiny bolt pattern.
Yeah. Same bolt pattern as the Plymouth.
Look at that. Just
Yep.
arrow shoot.
Sleek fuselage
It
design.
does have some.
Rot, yeah. It's factory installed. It's a peach.
Peach is one word.
No key.
There's another 55.
Where we're going, we don't need keys.
This is the one that we have to decide how much
Okay.
the whole vehicle or if we're just taking parts.
Okay.
It is a 4-door.
Other than the...
They rust out here and down here, but these ones are straight.
Yeah, the floor is pretty tough in this thing. Yeah. If that floor was good. This one's got a super nice couch on it. If you cut the back window out, cut it across.
Chop it off here.
Yeah. I'll just cut it at the pillars and then across the floor.
Cut it here?
For the couch, yeah.
Well, why wouldn't you just cut it right across here?
You could.
Oh, eventually.
It's easier. Yeah, it's easier to make a rough across. Unless you want to perfect your measurements out here. Unbolt the front clip.
Oh, this guy had been open. There. It's got 4 original covers. These things always break off.
Yep.
Oh, and this is the
Deluxe.
Deluxe, indeed. Nice bias. Okay.
Unbolt the front clip and pick on the dash a little. So those 4 that we're cutting up, I wonder, will we just be able to leave the carcasses here?
If we have to, if they make us, we can haul iron springs, big spring iron and metal, I suppose.
Okay.
Which is 20 minutes away.
They have all these piles of bent hoods, and I don't know if that Oldsmobile got a bid. That Grand Prix was never listed.
That one there.
Yeah. That Ford truck wasn't listed.
What was that, little Fiat?
And there's like heaps of course, those all have stickers on them, so those are probably on a current.
Well, they put stickers, but they didn't write a number.
Oh, yeah.
Those ones, the scrap is different.
Yeah. Huh, but it's got a sticker. Interesting.
This is the one that started it all.
The one that started it all. We were gonna bid on that for the couch, and then Steve Magnotti was like, there's a good couch on the back of that, and then the thing like jumped up $100 and some, and we're like,
Well, never mind.
somebody else got the couch. Well,
Hey, look, he knows your trick.
he knows the trick. He has discovered that the front wheel drive rims fit the rear axle. The SAE standardized everything so that we could use front wheel drive parts to move our rear wheel drives. There's the GTO. Shot right through the vent plate. This car would have been so cool to just drop a motor in and roll around. It's cactus flower bed now. All the other parts that were ruined, like the column and the booster and all that stuff, it would have been.
Tim, I think we need to park this.
This one's really straight and solid.
Let's look at the floorboard. Oh, well, maybe look at the floorboard.
Yeah, it is.
Probably not too bad, huh?
The trunks really never rust in these.
The floor.
Yeah.
Last time it was registered.
Yeah. You'd need the whole front clip off the 4-door.
Did it get bent? It looked like it maybe got hit there. See? This and the...
Yeah.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Oh yeah, I was gonna see if any of these motors turned up. I'd almost bet they don't.
Well, Okay, that gives us 5. We have a choice of maybe putting this in the shorty. Okay, if we put the wagon in the Dodge, and then we just pile clips and front clips and stuff. Oh man, I need to video this for when he headbutts you.
Get yours out.
Okay, so we're going to do parts.
Yeah, and then come from the other side. Come from the other side, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just as long as you have it balanced.
How far?
Oh.
That's good. Right there.
If it's not fixed to the machine, then it can flex out. Cool.
We can put parts in there.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Okay, what's next?
Couple Dodge A100 vans here. Then an old 48 to 50 truck. One-ton flatbed. Imperial is a 61, I believe. Really nice car, well preserved. 46 through 48 Plymouth. These old Chryslers I can never tell apart on the ground. I always gotta look in a book. 37 or 38. And the Royal was different from the other models. 1966 Coronet, 2-door hardtop. Kind of an ugly car. Acquired taste. Definitely not as ugly as the 65s. Here comes our first victim for parts. 55 Dodge. Got 4 cars to part out. Then we're gonna try and get on the road because we're a long way from home. So we're gonna have to hustle quick. I'll film what I can. This will already kind of be a long video with the walk around of all the cars. It's just kind of hard to split into 2, so I'll grab whatever footage I can and show the process of tearing these cars down. We parted down this 55 Dodge in about 2 hours. Took the rear clip for a couch. Got the front clip and the dash, and then back glass, bunch of little trim parts. Just way too far to haul home a carcass. We were kind of debating before we had seen the cars. If this one would have had a real nice floor pan in it or something like that, we probably would have taken it whole, but it's just got a lot of rust in the bottom of it. A lot of these cars out here. Steve Magnotti was talking about the Texas sunburn. This one particularly has a New Mexico sunburn, if you can see the difference. Goodbye to parts car number 1. We'll go get parts car number 2. Look at that, Joe. He hung his axle straps. Check that out. He hung his axle straps when they had it in the air. He knows what's up. Yeah.
These are two-piece fenders.
Oh, yeah. I had one of these that was wrecked once and it split that open.
Man, should we save that fender?
There's a junkie. We could go get the junkie fender out of the back of the...
This one.
Of the other car. Oh, of this car, yeah. Pull it out of there. All it would be is your time taking it apart. This is the third of 4 cars we've parted. Got trunk tubs, front clip. All these Plymouths had overdrive transmissions, so we grabbed them out. I thought it held air, I'm not sure. Inside we got a little bit of random leftovers. Cool old 7-Up can. Beer bottles. Not yet. It's filming. Still got the tops on them. Man, we got a champagne bottle still full. Might be a little dust on the bottle. You think? Goodbye, Plymouth. Secondary fermented. That's probably like 3 or 4 fermentings after laying around. I'd give it a try, but we're a little far from a hospital. Maybe that'll be a good live stream. See if it's vinegar or not. Then you can just like watch me turn green and fall over. Last Plymouth.
Easy way to get to a nut.
Yep.
Bet you can't do it on a nice car.
And this is not a nice car. This one is missing a lot. Surely he drove up to the Rust Belt to pick this up, because it didn't get this rusty down here in Texas.
And then we need to get the overdrive.
Yeah.
Why don't you work on that since you did the other ones?
Yep.
And we'll start working on it.
Did you get that other bolt on the other side from the bottom, or are you getting it?
Yeah.
Oh, this one next.
There was just more overdrive junk on this side.
Oh yeah.
How much time would you say power tools have saved us so far?
Oh.
An hour?
Yeah, probably at least.
None of those fixed nuts.
Welcome to West Texas. Ooh, it's because it's not a Ford or a GM.
It's not a Ford, that's right.
It's a Chrysler product. It's not a Ford or a GM. Last Plymouth stripped down. This is a whole Day's work out here. It looks like a bomb went off in a couple cars. Take a quick look inside. This looks like the surface of a forbidden planet. Cool old white wall tire. Spotted this thing when we were taking the car apart. Wasn't really gonna load it, but it is an Atlas. So I think based on that, it's gotta come home. These old natural rubber tires like this, man, they just get like hard as a brick. Dust, everywhere dust.
Why don't you see if that'll lift it? That's good. Yeah. Okay. And come this way, then. Up and down. Down. Actually, bring it up. Is he high enough?
Yeah.
Forks down. Okay. Up, no, up. Keep going. Now forks down. Good. Now back. All holding you back off. Thank you. Thank you.
Only so much time in the day. We gotta get loaded and get heading back home. Only so much space on the trailer and so much space in the truck. But the main draw on these Plymouths really was that they were all overdrive cars. They were all cheap, and I think we outbid the scrapmen online. Probably is about how it would have gone if it was a live auction. So pretty typical, just long distance from home and only so much space, so we gotta make a load. Joe sent me back to take a quick look here and make sure we've grabbed every little thing to make some of these front ends complete. Probably come back and zip the hood off this car just to have. It is so sandy and so dusty out here. Damn. Barely had time to do much of a walk around today. Joe's wanting to get back on the road, so I'll just kind of show some of what was here while we were here. They've picked up a bunch already. 67 station wagon there, 59 Dodge here, 53 or 4 Chrysler. Those 2 years are always hard for me to distinguish without a picture book. 55 Desoto. Steve Magnotti talked about the Texas sunburn, just kind of how the paint was baked off a lot of these cars. He's a pretty cool dude, very knowledgeable. During the online bidding, it was kind of fun and informative to listen to him talk about these different cars. There was some stuff he'd say about them that I didn't even know. 55 Desoto, 2-door hardtop here. 65 Imperial coupe next to it. All those Imperials brought a lot of money. 74 Plymouth wood grain wagon. What a cool old car. I mean, this thing is just massive. Sat around a long time. It'd take a lot of work and effort and skill to put this thing back on the road as long as it's been sitting. '55 Chrysler 4-door. Just kind of neat to be out here in the plains in West Texas, be out in an area where the vegetation is all different. 60 Plymouth 2-door post. I think they were saying this one was a actual patrol car. 61 Belvedere 2-door hardtop. Competitor to Ford's Starliner or Chevrolet's Impala bubble top. It's got really kind of a cool old rocket ship look to it. 59 Imperial. This is a 4-door post without the stainless insert in the roof, so it's probably middle to entry model. Can't really call an Imperial a base model. 65 or 6 wagon. This is a neat car. Got the roof rack and the buddy bucket seats. Those are accessory shades in the back windows there. New Yorker would have had 440. Just a cool old relic of our country's transportation history. chilling out here in the bush. 67 should be Imperial Coupe. 67 Chrysler. 68, I guess, with the little side markers there. New Yorker should be a 440 also. Some of those you figure people probably just bought for the engines. Few other makes out here. 54, I believe, Coupe de Ville. Kind of car either is a parts car or it needs a parts car. 59 Plymouth, and then the famed bullet hole GTO. It's a 70. Just really kind of a conversation piece at this point. 60 Imperial. 59 Plymouth. Two-door hardtop. Somebody got a good buy on that car. I mean, look how solid that thing is. 63 and 4 Chryslers. Kind of an odd shape. This old New Yorker. 58 with the Hemi. Neat colors. Salmon pink. The white inserts. Super cool old car. (1941) Plymouth four-door sedan. This is a cool car. Great patina to it. This car was cheap, really tempting, but I've already got one that's identical to it. If not for that, probably would have made a third trip down here. These old 40s fastback cars are just pretty neat all the way around. Especially got the suicide doors. So much neat stuff out here. Chrysler Hemi powered generator. Neat piece. 59 Dodge wagon. This was one of the best cars on the sale in my opinion. Really clean Survivor. California car. This is a car just to clean up and preserve. So original, except probably that driver's door's been repainted. It's just kind of a shade off. But super cool old car. Would be really good start. Something you don't have to patch a bunch of rust on and repaint. Just preserve it in very original condition. One more California 59 Dodge. This is a two-door CHP car. California Highway Patrol. This one's preserved as it was. This one brought quite a lot, but very deserved price for what that car is. 64, 65 dark convertible. 55 Chrysler. That was a nice car there. Early Valiant with the spare tire ring in back of it. two-door even. 80s Porsche, 69 Fury convertible, couple A100s. White one's identical to my dad's pretty much. 56 Plymouth two-door wagon. Coronet and a Fury and a 55 Dodge wagon. This is our 56 Plymouth. Joe's anyway. Pretty good car overall. I'll be picking that one up probably on the next trip by myself. Yep. This guy really had a great eye for what he collected. 60 Fury, two-door hardtop, blue and white even. Getting some strong Cold War Motors vibes here. '65 Fury 1. This was the base model. Patrol car had the little pie pan hubcaps on it. Dodge truck sold strong in the wagon. A lot of that nice stuff. I'm sure there were people all over the country that bid for them. 73 Fury. That was a nice car. And it sold pretty reasonable. Somebody got a good deal on it. Rare 65 Fury two-door post. 56 Chrysler. Then the 65 Sport Satellite. This car brought a lot of money, but it's very pristine original survivor. This is trip number 1. Trip number 2 will be probably on my own to pick up the 72 New Yorker and the 55 Plymouth. Stay tuned for that. Cotton and oil.